Hey, what's going on, guys? Tebberzik here, back once again. Been a while, I know. Once again, just gonna say that not really doing the whole YouTube thing anymore, just focusing on streaming on Twitch. So if you ever wonder where I am, twitch.tv/Temporistic, which is where I'll be after I'm done uploading this video as well. But whenever something big happens, or when I just feel like making a video to vent or to just share something, then I will upload, just like today. Which is probably the biggest news that has ever come out for Halo. We've been suddenly wanting this for a long time, but as it has happened today, it's kind of scary when you think about it. But basically, Microsoft has laid off 10,000 people today, and this has been reported about 8 hours ago, and it's an ongoing thing. So kind of take this with a grain of salt, but at the same time don't, because a lot of people have lost their jobs. So 10,000 people a day. This is within Microsoft and its gaming divisions as well. So we're talking about Xbox and Bethesda. I'm not really going to report on Bethesda because I'm just talking about Halo. I don't think I've ever talked about anything Bethesda on this channel, but so this layoff has happened exactly 1 year after Microsoft announced plans to purchase Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. The scale of this is pretty huge and has left 343 pretty empty compared to all the projects that they've got going on. Starfield, the new game that's supposed to be coming out this year, I believe, it's impacted that, which is made by Bethesda, and 343 making Halo. A lot of cuts have happened. This is all being reported to Jason Schreier. I'm going to try to pronounce his last name. He works for Bloomberg, and he has a lot of rewards coming from the New York Post and all that, so it's coming from a pretty credible source. He's saying that a lot of 343 employees are coming to him with a lot of information, which is understandable, as if I got laid off from a job, I'm going to be spilling the beans and snitching on the company that just fucked me over. He tried to talk with a spokesperson, but they declined to comment, so he's just getting a lot of information from employees of the game division that were laid off. This is people that are working on the multiplayer, people that are working on Forge, and people that are working on the campaign as well. So there's a lot of different parts in this thread that I'm just going to read off. I'm going to leave this in the description below so you can read off as well. Of course, Microsoft isn't going to share specific numbers, but it was hit very hard. And we obviously have never been shared specific numbers on how many people exactly work at 3v3, and it's really hard to ever gauge that number, as I think I've said before. If not, I'll let you know that every 18 months, new contractors are coming to work on the game, and the other to let go. And this is especially hard for Halo Infinite to get better, and the updates to be released in a timely manner, because when these contractors that are not familiar with the code have to learn the code, and then the release, and new people have to come and learn the code again, it's just hard to keep going. But this is a way for Microsoft and Xbox to save money instead of actually having permanent resident employees who are going to be working on the game for years to come. The only people that aren't contracted are people that you see during the community updates, like the community manager, of course the CEO of 3v3, Joe Staten, and just pretty much anyone that you've seen in the community updates, Unisheck, Postums, Sketch, people like that. People that you don't see on video, they're the ones that are being contracted and released after 18 months. So several employees said that 3v3 was hit hard. About 60 people were laid off. And this is after a long hiring freeze for a lot of contractor people. So not only is a lot of people are being laid off, but there haven't been any hires recently. So I'm not sure what it looks up there in Washington, but this is definitely not good for Halo or 343. But a lot of people have said that this company has needed an enema for a long time. I thought it was just enough for the founder to be replaced, and to be honest, the only two people that are still there from through the 343 side that has fucked up Halo entirely are Kiki Wolfkill, who worked on the Halo show, and Frank O'Connor, who is just there for who knows what reason. And it's interesting because Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has made $54.95 million in compensation last year. And doing all the calculations, after reading a lot of the comments, apparently, like, after all these layoffs, they're only going to be able to, like, save 10% of the revenue that they've spent on Xbox in this year and 343. So, and then probably the biggest news, at least for me, if you're an old Halo fan like me, Joe Staten, he was not laid off, but due to whatever reason, I don't know, due to layoffs or whatever, he is making the decision to leave 343, and he is going to be rejoining the Xbox Publishing Division, which is really sad because he said that, this game is supposed to be a 10-year plan. There's not supposed to be another AAA Halo title to come out until, 2032 or something like that? Because this game came out in 2021, right? Yeah, so 2031, 2032 is when we're supposed to expect the next AAA Halo game. Because, like, the story itself, they were just going to keep releasing expansions, kind of like what Destiny did, and Halo Infinite is supposed to be a live service game, even though it hasn't really seemed like it. The campaign team got hit hard. Apparently there was an email to staff saying that they made the difficult decision to restructure elements of the team, which means some roles are being eliminated. And I guess by the wording of that, it sounds like they're not going to rehire for any positions. They've just eliminated the positions entirely. So yeah, I don't know what's going to be going on with the campaign. It's really weird. This is definitely not the news I thought I was going to be seeing today. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be happening with the franchise. Obviously, Halo's not going to go anywhere, regardless if 343 gets terminated or whatever. There's always going to be people out there that are going to be modding Halo. They're going to be able to get their hands on the IP and, just work on the game. So we'll see what happens. Personally, I'm not that worried about this. To me, Halo Infinite wasn't really that good of a game. I didn't like the shooting. I didn't really like much of the game at all. So I would see this as a good thing, in the short term, especially for a lot of people that stream the game, make content for the game. Who knows? I doubt they're going to shut down the servers for Halo Infinite. But yeah, this is very strange. Just out of the blue, on January 18th, they cut 10,000 jobs and they're taking a $1.2 billion charge. So about 10,000 jobs is about 5% of its workforce this year. So there's an article here that I actually didn't click on. I'm now just seeing it, so let me see here. So Microsoft and Amazon, two of the world's biggest companies, began cutting a total of 28,000 jobs today in a post-pandemic reckoning. Blah, blah, blah. The painful measures were necessary to offset slowing sales and a possible recession that has made customers more cautious. They're saying that the sales of Xbox and Microsoft has slowed dramatically since the pandemic, which is kind of strange since, people are going to be home more, so you would think they'd be spending more money online for Xbox and Microsoft. Microsoft still plans to hire people in strategic competitive areas, such as artificial intelligence. I'm not seeing anything that has to do with gaming. The cuts extended to the video game division. I've already said this. Bethesda, Starfield, 33 Halo. Microsoft is eliminating 878 positions in Washington. That's not good. Talking about Amazon. They're taking a $1.2 billion charge in the second fiscal quarter related to the move, which will affect less than 5% of its workforce and shave 12 cents off of earnings per share. Microsoft is scheduled to report results on January 24th, which is Tuesday of next week. Let's see. Just more talks about artificial intelligence. Microsoft will start notifying some of the fired workers immediately with others to come in the next several months. U.S. workers that get benefits will receive about severance pay. Yeah, so nothing really there about 343 Industries. We're just going to have to see what happens. Yeah, I mean, Joe Staten wrote that the studio would continue supporting Halo Infinite's multiplayer and live service elements. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Halo Infinite or how many people are there. I mean, I'm guessing hundreds of people work at 343, so 60 people. It's definitely going to affect the company, but we'll see what happens. Somebody said that 10-year plan in motion, right? Yeah. But other than that, there's not much else to report. Maybe the story will change. We'll see what happens as more employees at 343 report to this Jason guy. I'm sure we're going to get more information. The latest piece of information came exactly 4 hours ago. So by the end of the night, we'll probably have more information. But yeah, I'll put this link down below if you want to follow it. Or if you want to follow Jason Schreier. I'm sure he's going to have more information as the week goes by. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Tashi is still there for the competitive scene. Okay, here's a post from someone that just got laid off today. Today was my last day working for 343 and Halo Esports. It was a great honor to work. Tashi said, thank you. HES wouldn't be... Okay, so it looks like Tashi is still going to be the Halo Esports and viewership lead. So it's just the under people that are going to be getting laid off. So, and then another person that's been working at 343 for 12 years just got laid off. So, 12 years, that's a long time. I don't know. This is... some people are thinking Charlotte is going to be... Charlotte, if you guys didn't know, is the next event for Halo Infinite. A lot of people are thinking it might be the last event, even though this is the beginning of Season 2 for the HCS. Mikwin, who used to be a Halo Pro, he just posted this... Let's see, I already... Okay, so this is an extension of the email that... So I think Pierre Hintz is the new CEO... Yeah, he's the new studio head who took over for Bonnie Ross. And he's the one that said the company today had to make the difficult decision to restructure elements of the team, which means some roles are being eliminated. But then he wrote that the studio would continue supporting Halo Infinite's multiplayer and live service elements. And then Joe Staten, he said left... yeah, a lot of people are just shocked. A lot of content creators, a lot of pros. are just confused. This is not what they thought they were going to wake up to. Okay, so a lot of people are saying that 3v3 still has hundreds of people left. Mint Blitz, who's I think the biggest Halo content creator, he says they've got at least 400 plus left. But losing Joe, losing Joe Staten is huge. Without him, Halo 2 definitely would not have been as successful as it was. Joe Staten is the one light that was in 3v3 Industries. Obviously, there's more good people within 3v3, but he was like the top dog who you could trust his word, and he would never steer the Halo community wrong. Bonnie Ross, Josh Holmes, Quindel Helio. So him leaving is just very concerning. He was the top dog to let us know what's going on, and see, Patrick Wren. So, senior encounter designer on Jedi server at Respawn, and who was at so this is coming from a former senior multiplayer designer at Halo. Said the layoffs of 3v3 should not have happened, and Halo Infinite should be in a better state. The reason for both of those things is incompetent leadership up top during Halo Infinite development, causing massive stress on those working hard to make Halo the best it can be. So again, this is coming from a former senior multiplayer designer at Halo, saying that the reason for both of these things happening, where Halo Infinite is not in a good state and these layoffs, is due to incompetent leadership, which is what we've been saying this whole time up top during Halo Infinite development. Yeah. Oh, he also said that the people I work every day with were passionate about Halo and wanted to make something great for the fans. They helped push for a better Halo and got laid off for it. The devs still there are working hard on that dream. Look at Forge, be kind to them during this whole time. So he's talking to the people that you don't see on camera, Yep, and then he says the whole contract stuff is a whole other can of worms. Yeah. But that's it. That's all. I just wanted to make a quick little video, 20-minute video. But I'm seeing more information here as I'm making this video, so that's why it's a little bit longer. But anyways, link in the description if you want to follow the story. Crazy, definitely crazy. Was not expecting this. A lot of people, myself included, have been wanting something like this to happen for a long time. But I don't know what this is going to do to Halo in general. But yeah, that'll do it.